And the equal pay advocate Kristine Bartlett changed the lives of thousands of New Zealand's lowest paid workers. And that's why she's New Zealander of the Year. Ms Bartlett was the face of a long-running campaign that successfully argued aged care workers were underpaid because theirs was a female-dominated sector. Her efforts culminated in a $2 billion settlement, which boosted the wages of 55,000 workers by between 15 and 50%. She's in our Auckland studio. Kristine Bartlett, good morning.
Good morning.
And congratulations.
Oh, well, isn't it amazing?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? What was your reaction when you heard?
I just sat there. I can't remember. I was in shock. I can't remember much about the night, to be fair.
Because I guess you've been nominated, so there's always the expectation or the possibility at least that you could win.
When, there was Mike King and Susie Wells, and I've actually met Susie before, and I've never met Mike King, but I've always looked up to him, the amazing work he's done at both. And I just didn't think it would be me. I initially didn't even want to accept, when I was asked to go to the semi-finals, I sort of hummed and hawed and asked your family then. So I asked my son, Mum, go for it, otherwise I wouldn't have. I don't like the limelight. I was just so happy that I won the campaign that we fought hard for, and that's all I really worked to do. I didn't want any accolades at the end of that, and I just want to carry on with my own life. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect to win.
So your family encouraged you to go for it?
Oh, yes, they did. They've really, really supported me, but I feel guilty in lots of respects and ways because I've now got to reconnect with my family because these last 5-6 years I feel really guilty because I have put my everything into this case, and I loved every minute of it because carers and support workers deserved everything they got by winning this case. Yeah.
I guess for a lot of people you're seen as a hero. Yours was the test case.
Yeah, it was, and it's going to carry on too. These other low-paid, dominated occupations, a set a precedent now for them to go for what they're worth. Women workers have obviously been left behind for too long, and this is a great opportunity for them to get that gender pay gap closed.
Looking back on it now with the benefit of a few years, I guess, when you were taking that case, did you feel intimidated at that idea of going into court and standing up for this? It
was daunting, honest to God. I had sleepless nights. In fact, some couple of times I felt like saying, look, I don't want to carry on with this. I didn't understand the 1972 Equal Pay Act. I had to rehearse and go through that and understand the whole case. It was amazing. And just sitting in those court hearings and listening just widened my eyes and thought, my gosh, us women have been really exploited. We've not been treated fair at all. And obviously the judges agreed. So, yeah, a couple of times I thought, I can't do this anymore. I was getting worried, sick about and what my next interview, and I'm not one for the limelight. I'm just a simple girl that likes to go to work and care for my old darling older person, and that was me. But now this has just opened, the last 5 years, 6 years, it's just been non-stop. But it's I've met so many inspirational people and wonderful friends and support. It's been absolutely brilliant. I couldn't have done it without all that, honestly.
Yeah, you love your job though, don't you?
Oh, I just idolise my work, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to retire. I should be retired, but I can't. I just love getting up at 5:30 and getting ready for work.
Gosh, that's something not a lot of people would say.
No.
Have you always had this resolve that you were worth it, that you were as good as someone else?
Not until this case come to the fore. I mean, people say, my son used to say, Mum, it's not worth getting out of bed for. I said, excuse me, I love my job. Somebody's got to do it, and that's it. They need us, these vulnerable people. Who would look after them if it wasn't for us? Where would they be? So it has to be done. And money, I just was so used to living on that sort of money. And you just manage, you just got to manage. And yeah, we struggled. We've all struggled in this sector. Some are worse than others, and it's been terrible. And that was what really boosted me to, yes, something's got to be done. When I read the Judy McGregor's Care and Count report, and it wasn't until then that I actually understood what our work consists of. That made me open my eyes and think, yes, And it wasn't long after that report came out when I was approached by my union to say, would I front the case? I went, yes, just like that. I didn't even think twice. But once I got into it, I thought, oh my God, what have I done? Oh, in the paper, my face was in the paper, I was interviewed. Oh, I thought, no, TV cameras. I thought, oh no, I was never used to this. I lost sleepless amounts of night sleep, worried about it all. But it's done, and boy, it's made me so happy. I can look at my fellow care workers now and say, yes, you should have had this years and years ago.
You've really written your place in the history books now, haven't you?
I guess so, yep. But it just shows other women can do it. My motto, stand tall, stand strong, stand together in solidarity, and justice will prevail.
Kristine Bartlett, thank you very much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
That is Kristine Bartlett, New Zealander of the Year. It's 20 to 9.
And just some feedback, Susie, while you were interviewing her, there's feedback coming in from a listener saying she's a champion. Yay, Kristine Bartlett, she's a champion. So that's nice, isn't it? And it's hard to argue with, really.